Welcome back to my channel. I am Molly Lemon, printmaker specialising in wood engraving, and also I do a lot of collage as well. My collages are normally about this size. This is kind of an average size I do. So it's lots of bits of prints cut up to make a new composition. And this is because I have a lot of print proofs that go wrong. So if I print a print and it doesn't make the edition, or after I've done a printing session, I might make a monoprint, so like scrape the ink across and print it. This is just a tiny bit of one. And then with those proofs, I make new collages. So this is another one here. This is quite a small one. So today I have a box of lots of little offcuts from collages. So some of these pieces are really, really small, but I see potential in them. Like this piece here might look like it should go in the bin, but I honestly think that will make a nice part of a very small print. So I'm going to challenge myself to use all these as much as I can scraps that most people would probably chuck in the bin, and I'm going to make some mini collages, like tiny, like maybe the size of a stamp. So yeah, I'm excited to get going and see what I come up with. This is like an example of the type of things I have, like tiny little scraps. Like that's a bit of a monoprint. This is a bit of a shell from a wood engraving. Let's find a few bits, and then my first collage will be made up of these bits that I'm about to pick out, so you can see kind of how I basically create the collages and how I might use them. So for the first piece, I'm going to try and incorporate these 3 pieces. That's a bit of this year's advent calendar. This is curtains from a print called Dog Days, and this is just like a bit of ink I had left on my roller, and I made a print, like a mono print from it. So let's see what I come up with. So I can use these and then whatever else I want to in here to make a print. So I'm gonna do that now. This is the collage I just made from the 3 bits that I showed you, and then some more bits that I added to it. Compared to my normal work, this is smaller, but I don't know what I'd do with them yet. Either frame them. I've got I'm also a picture framer, so I have quite a lot of frames, so could put it in a little frame. I was thinking of having like 3 in a row and then put them in a mount, or could do like an online lucky dip with them or something like that. But anyway, that's the first one, and I'm going to see how many more I can make from this pile. It was probably going to be over a few days. I feel like my backdrop isn't giving cozy like studio vibes. I see online people have like candles burning and like everything's beautiful. This is the reality. These are advent calendars. These boxes are for advent calendars. That's my packing station bookshelves. So yeah, this is the backdrop. I might try and make it a bit better, but this is, so you might have seen in another video, I don't know when I'm going to release this, but I have a studio outside which is like for my printing and picture framing, so like the messy area. This is where I am when I do admin, pack orders, that kind of thing. Anyway, that was just off topic. Also, this jumper I bought yesterday in a charity shop, £2.50, but it is for 13 to 14-year-olds. It's a little tight around the middle, but I just thought I love it so much I couldn't leave it. But yeah, anyway, again, off topic. I'm gonna go back to collaging. So these are what I've got so far. So they are tiny little collages. I think I'm going to go a bit smaller with the next ones though. and then these are the two you would have just seen in the video. So I'm gonna keep going probably tomorrow and like for a few more days, and then I'll chat back when I've got more. It's really fun. I really like thinking of different compositions and pairing different colours together and things like that. Like I find it's like a really relaxing and like but all consuming thing to do, so it's like really meditative. I am back. It has been about 10 days I think since I started recording this video, and last time I just started making the mini collages, and yeah, I'm back. I've finished. Winnie doesn't want to be here. Oh, I'm having such a like day where I just don't know what I want to do. Dealing with the fact that I thought being an artist would be being an artist, whereas being an artist is mainly running a business, and it's hard. It's just hard to get a balance. So I'm like in one of those I can't even cope moods, but I just thought I'll just show you what I've got to and what I'm going to do next, and distract myself from the fact I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I started with a whole box of scraps from prints, and this is what I've got left. So yeah, they're like, I couldn't really make anything with these. It's mainly white paper and just tiny bits of prints. So I just kind of kept them to see the offcuts I had. I do have, disappointingly, a few bits left. So these are the bits I didn't use. Just, I tried and I couldn't find a composition to make with these, but that's all I have left, so not bad. I was hoping I could just be like, I used every single scrap, but it's not the case. So there's that, and I have, I think, so 49 or 50 miniature collages. It was really fun. I really loved creating these. It was quite tricky, especially towards the end where there wasn't like an obvious composition, and I did actually add in, I think, 3 pieces from my main collage material stash for sky. I ran out of bits for the sky, and I always like to have a horizon line in a collage if I can, so maybe that's cheating. But yeah, I added in 3 pieces that weren't in the offcuts box. So yeah, here they all are. I think they're really sweet. I was actually expecting them all to be a bit smaller, but they came out a bit bigger than I was aiming for, even though they're still tiny. My next plan with them is, I think the majority of them will probably go on in a lucky dip that I'll do on my website next year, where people can purchase the listing and then they'll get sent a random mini collage. I've done that before with collages that were a little bit bigger, and with prints as well. And then I wanted to mount some up and pop some in frames so you could see them together, and I've had a little look at what collages work together. So I've grouped some up, and yeah, so that is the plan, and I'll be back shortly with some in frames. I've just made a load of mounts and frames for some of the collages. So some I've put in sets of 3. I've got one in a set of 5, and then I've got individual ones as well. So I just show you, I haven't put glass and board in these frames yet because they're still loose, because I haven't got time today. I've got a whole load of emails to do after this, and accounts and things like that, fun things like that. So here is one in an oak frame, or 3 little collages in an oak frame. I think they look really lovely. So I'll get these framed up for my next show, which is not until March. But there's another 3 there. Got this little one here. I didn't want to do the mounts too big and kind of drown the pictures in like a lot of mount. And then we've got this one, which is the first one I made at the beginning of the video. This might possibly be my favourite one that I framed today. I just really like the different blues. And finally we've got this set of 5. Oh, Winnie's woken up. Hey Winnie. The set of 5 here. So they're all still quite small because my work just is small most of the time. But yeah, it was a really fun project. It was like quite a challenge to work from all these scraps. If you're interested in the materials I use, I'll put some links in the description. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe. You can tap the notification bell, which will remind you when I've got a new video. And please like and comment, and I've uploaded quite a lot of shorts, so basically videos of like short videos of me creating different artworks. And also my next video that's going to be coming out probably next week is going to be about how I create the prints that I use for my collages. So my collages are made up of wood engravings and monoprints most of the time. So normally I'm using up prints that I've got spare from print sessions, but sometimes, like at the moment, I might not have that much in my collage box, so I might generate some prints specifically with collaging in mind, and that's what the next video is about.